Hey guys, I want to go over some modifications done to a Tracker 175 Protein TF. First thing, I want to tell you what I like and dislike about the boat. We went ahead and did the upgrade with these the vinyl flooring here. I really do like it as far as cleanliness, not having to have worry about mat carpet or your lures getting hung on the carpet and so on and so forth. If you'll notice though, on the sides, they could not drill into the sides because it would get into the boat. However, you can see some loose particles of it right there. I don't like that. But as far as cleanliness goes, you can throw some dial soap on it, throw some water on it, take a brush, scrub it down, rinse it out. It comes off very nice. I do like the VersaTrack system they have in here. That's nice. It goes down each side where you can put some things in here. I've not utilized it yet, but I know it could come in if you ever wanted to use that stuff. I went with the TF model really for two reasons. The first reason being I like having the versatility of seating up front, and I do like the versatility of seating in the middle here. Right now I have 3 seats put in. You can add a 4th, which I went ahead and bought a seat for that. That way you could get safely 4 on plane at that point, and can remove that middle seat if there's only 2 people fishing, which makes it a lot more easy to move around the boat. The other reason I like the TF model is because it's got 2 different live wells in it. Now the front live well I think is 15 or 16 gallons. As you can see this, when you're tournament fishing, you have separate there, and then on the back live well you've got a 21 gallon, which actually has a separation in there. So if you have a boat captain, somebody else is fishing, very nice to be able to take care of that in that point. A couple modifications I did here. I want to start with the hardest and most recent. That was taking the lowrance that came with the boat here, was originally placed at this direction. Okay, I decided this past week I was going to put a Garmin 94 SV on. I was a little concerned about how to do this. I want to give a prop to Mr. Shaky Head on YouTube for going over his trials and tribulations with that. But I did actually find it much easier than I thought. I will say Tracker has done a great job as far as setting this up for people to be able to make adjustments. The transom mount that came with this Garmin model 94 SV actually did fit in the same holes as the original lowrance. So when I removed the lowrance system to move it up front, it was a pretty easy process. All I did was remove the transom and the transom mount, disconnect the wires. If you'll take this piece right here off, the original transom wire ran through here and underneath this console. So once you remove that in a power cable, you can slide it up front, take off your 2 cup holders here, remove all the screws. This thing folds over. When you take that out, there's a power cable that Tracker put in for you. So if you'll connect the power cable to the lowrance, and then you'll have your transducer cable left. Now my transducer cable, as you can see, this is a pretty clean system now. The trick that I did right here was put a little hole down under this front mount right here, so it came out clean. This is actually my the transducer wire running up the trolling motor and down. Now you'll notice there's a little bit of slack here. A lot of people say that you have to have a loop. Not necessarily true with this setup, because only the bottom part of this trolling motor moves. I have not had an issue with a little bit of slack that I have in here. Nothing's got caught up. I will say you want to make sure that your wire is running on top of the trolling motor, so when you put it down, nothing's kinked, nothing's messed up. So you can see how this is run. Everything comes out clean with the power. This thing mounts, and it's done a pretty good job up front for us. All right, let's talk about the Garmin 94 SV. Again, like I said, the transom mount that fits in the same 2 holes that were there. Screw it in. I used everything that Tracker put in. However, I did not zip tie this. Go ahead and run it through. Now, a little trick that I found out was that there is a hole drilled out for this cavity in here. If you try to use that, however, you won't be able to run it through this part. Okay? So once you have something that you can fish this wire through, go ahead and start at that end and pull it back here. It's actually going to come out behind this piece. That's actually better because now you have a straight line to run your transducer cable here, and it comes out nice and clean, and it buckles back up the same way. It was very, very simple. I ended up getting a ram mount for this. I figured if you have $1,200, $1,500 in a chart plotter, depth finder, fish finder, whatever you have there, it's better to spend another $40 to go ahead and make sure it's secure there. So all in all, as far as moving Lowrance to the front, running the Garmin 94SV back here, actual work time was probably about 2 hours, so not too bad. A couple other things, small modifications that I did to this boat that makes a huge difference. I will say that I do not like the rod locker in this boat. You put more than 4 rods in here at a time, and actually everything kind of gets combined. So went to Bass Pro, actually picked up 2 of these poly ties. I believe this is a 14-inch, and if you'll notice, I didn't have to put any new screws in here. I used the existing screws that Tracker Boat has in. There are 5 rods in right here. It actually holds them pretty secure without any new screws. Pretty nice to do that. Also placed some lights on the front deck. These are battery operated. They don't get in your way if you're fishing at night. They're not in your face. They don't attract a lot of bugs. But as far as Home Depot, Lowe's, something like that go, they're very nice. They light your decks for safety reasons. Also, if you're sitting after launching your boat fishing a big tournament or something, they're nice. Also put some puck lights up front. These puck lights give a little extra, whether you're, putting equipment in your boat, you want some nighttime lights. There's 2 there. I actually have 2 of these on the deck and 2 of these in the aft as well. Okay, so moving on. I do want you, some of you are confused about the look of this boat right here. We do have a wrap on it, and we put this wrap on here because it's meant for a high school fishing team. I want to make sure that everybody understands this is a Tracker Pro Team 175 TF model. A couple other small modifications you can make. Want to come in here. There wasn't any cup holders for the driver or the passenger while sitting here. At Walmart for $4, another $4. I'm kind of frugal myself, but I've installed a cup holder that mounts to the bottom base of this chair that you can flip down, open up, spreads out. It holds everything you want to get from 7-Eleven, bottled water, whatever. Easy wrap around, pretty nice setup right there. Also, y'all are going to notice these chairs or the seats are different from our factory. Once I put this wrap on, I did not like the gray red that I have here. I wanted a good seat. I didn't want to break the bank with it. So Cabela's actually had these on sale earlier this year, and right now it's October of 2018, 2017 model boat. But these are a little higher back. They fit perfectly on here, and they give me a little better look. Also went with the butt seats and pedestal seats that match it right there, which made a nice little difference here. I will say, however, on 2017, the specifications on this boat were 19.6, 19.4, something like that as far as storage. That is not true. I have a 19.6 garage at this point, and if you'll notice, I was about 2 inches short. So I had to go through the back side here, if we'll take a look at it, and I had to cut the sheetrock out from the studs. Pretty tight. So I have to hand back this thing in once I get it in the garage. And so it's actually a 19.8 storage room. We can come to the front here and you'll see about how much room I have before closing the garage. So be careful with that. I think they've corrected that specification in the 2018 models, but I was a little surprised when I got it in and it wouldn't fit. So I would like to say that I've got the 60 horsepower motor on this boat. Could have gone to the 75. I think it was about $1,500 more. Some people asking how fast this boat moves and so forth. I'm not one on huge speed. I think if you've got tears rolling back to your ears when you're going across the water, that's probably fast enough. With me by myself in this boat, on pretty calm water, I can hit 40 miles an hour. With two people, averaging 200 pounds, I'm about 215 myself. We can hit 36 to 38 in calm water. So nobody's really beating you anywhere very fast. It's plenty with the 60 horsepower. Some people may choose to go up. I do like the fact that I can get much more shallow water with this boat. I've been in 2 foot of water, not dragging anything, which has been really nice. I think that's a benefit of an aluminum boat. All in all, for the price of the boat and what you get here, a little bit of modifications, $4 here, $10 here, you can make a huge difference in your boat. I will say that this 94 SV usually is for about $1,100. That's without the maps on it. And GPS Store had a great deal on this. I actually got this. It was $597. Oh, I'm sorry, $579. And then for $120, you could get the Lakeview HD Ultra maps on it for an extra $120. For $699, without taxing and free shipping, we got a 9-inch screen on here that has everything that you could possibly want on there as far as that goes. So if you have questions about the modifications or how things were done exactly, let me know. Just comment at the bottom. I'll try my best to get back to you. But like I said, all in all, the wiring that Tracker's set up is pretty easy. Establishing a new unit, run your transducer wire, know that there's a cable, go behind it, come through. It's a pretty clean setup right here. There is a power cable up front. They have a little opening right there so you can run your transducer cable and your power cable right there, hide everything. It's fairly clean. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up. Thank you. See you on the water.